My father loves to brag about how great of a stepfather he is while neglecting his own kids. Now he is locked up in his office crying since I humiliated him. My parents divorced when I was 8 at first. Everything went okay for the first 4 years. He had 50-50 custody of me and my 2 siblings till he met Kira, who has 2 kids, Darren and Vicky. It started small, like skipping minor events or weekends to spend time with them. It got worse over the years, like he skipped my older brother's graduation because Vicky broke her arm and needed both her parents with her. When our uncle passed away suddenly last year, we had to find out via social media and only knew we'd missed the funeral when my grandmother called my mom to question why we weren't there. That ruined my father's relationship with both his family and my older brothers, who haven't spoken to him since. Now here's something you have to know about my father. He loves to brag about how great of a stepfather he is and how much he's helping his stepchildren overcome the heartbreak they face due to their deadbeat dad, even though he went from 50-50 custody of me to 2 weekends a month if I'm lucky. Here's where I might be the a-hole. Last week I was invited out to dinner with dad and his family to celebrate a family friend's birthday. I suspect dad only brought me because I'm friends with the daughter of said family friend. As usual, dad and his family ignored me but pretended to care when someone asked me questions. My stepmom brought up Christmas and told me that they had a great time at Disneyland. Dad then started bragging about how magical it was for Vicky and Darren to experience Disneyland for the first time. My friend then asked me if I liked Disneyland. I said, I wasn't invited. Honestly, I didn't know they went till I saw it on social media. It's how I mostly find out about their family trips. My dad and stepmom started making excuses, but I talked over them and said, yeah, my dad loves to brag about treating someone else's kids so well by neglecting his own. By the way, Dad, when was the last time you've spoken to one of your sons? My dad then asked me what I was trying to make out. I said, you're as big a deadbeat as your stepkids, Dad. At least he's an addict. He has somewhat of an excuse, but you just want to play super simp for a wife who's a bitch by throwing away her own kids for hers. Cue my stepmother yelling at me. My friend's mom told her to calm down, which made my stepmother go red-faced. I then told everyone how my stepmom treated us like we were unwanted pets whenever we were there and how her kids loved to smugly rub it in how our dad chose them. My dad got up to leave and said we'd speak about this when we got home. My friend's mom said she didn't feel comfortable with them taking me, so she dropped me off at my mom's, and she'd filled her in on everything that happened. My dad tried to beg me to come with them, but my friend's dad told him just to leave. Stepmom and step-siblings looked extremely embarrassed, so they didn't say anything and just hurried out to the car. Mom said I was justified, but my dad had been calling me nonstop. Stepmom came to our house tonight demanding I make it right because my dad has been locked up in his office crying since that night and my dad's side has been harassing her. Mom told her to tell the judge and then slammed the door in her face. I think I went overboard since social reputations mean a lot where we live.